Good evening. Excuse me. Apologies, people. Good evening. It's the 19th of February and it's 5:45 at night. How is everybody? Well, Melbourne weather. What can I say? Yesterday, nice summer clothes, beautiful day. Half the day. Today, non-stop cold and rain. Even have the heater on. Ah, well. That's the joy of Melbourne weather. You never know what you're going to get. Anyhow, today I wanted to talk about something really pivotal to all of us. It's this 4-letter word that starts with F that we don't like. Fear. Yes, fear. False evidence appearing real. F-E-A-R. Fear can be the driver of our life. I asked someone today if they wanted to see a photo of koalas here in Australia, how they're looking now after the fires. And she automatically hit her head and said, no, I don't want to see a horrible picture. Now, I wasn't going to show her a horrible picture, but fear had already made her think I was going to show her burnt and dead koalas, which I wasn't. Fear is tied into anxiety. It's a form of anxiety, really, when you think about it. Because fear, we only fear things that haven't happened yet. We don't fear what has happened. We don't fear breaking your leg if it happened 2 years ago. You can not like what happened, but you don't fear it. We only fear things that are coming in the future. And that's where we get this thing, false evidence appearing real. You see, it's no different than anxiety. It's worrying about what's coming. It's drawing all these, what's the word? She's gone blank. It's putting together all of the things that you think about and all of the meanings you've got for the world already and assigning them to something in the future. You may have had a bad experience at the dentist once. So that means dentist equals bad experience and you're going to be frightened of the dentist from now on. But guess what? Sometimes it's only that one time that was bad and you forget about the 17 times before when it wasn't so traumatic. So it's an emotion that takes on a life of its own. And it is just that. It is false evidence appearing real. So when you can conquer fear, when you can actually stop and properly analyse what's happening to you, what you're fearful of. Are you fearful of the actual event itself? Are you fearful of the consequences of the event? Are you fearful of what it reminds you? So many different things. So when you start and actually look at it, what about this causes me to be fearful? What causes me anxiety? And if you think of fear like anxiety, then it's often easier to actually start working out what the issue is. Now, I'm about to go off to a concert tomorrow night, and I'm a little bit anxious about going. I always get anxious about going to events where there's large crowds. Now, I wonder, what is this about? What am I fearful of? What am I anxious about? And I've just never really enjoyed large groups, but it doesn't stop me going. I just have that little bit of edge before I get there. Once I'm there, I'm fine. And even on the way there, I'm fine. But there's just this little low-grade stuff. And I can remember as a small child, we went to see at the Bendigo Cinemas A Hard Day's Night, the Beatle film with my parents. Now, I came out in about we were still living in Harcourt, so it must have been before August of 1967. I'm pretty sure it was. I really should look back and have a look. So I was 5 or younger. I certainly think I was younger. And I remember all those people everywhere. And when all those people were around me, I got quite fearful. And I'm sure my meaning of large people was, oh, I could lose my mum and dad. So, yeah, Craig, thanks for that. It is about perturbation, about perturbating about the things that are coming that we don't know. And it's because we're meaning-making machines. We take every experience and attach some meaning to it. So for me as a young child, that experience was, oh my goodness, I could get lost. I remember holding onto my mother's hand for dear life. And that little level of large crowds, I mean, you could get lost. And then I do remember, I was probably about 21 or 2, walking Moomba, big celebration here in Melbourne, and attempting to turn left, and the crowd were taking, I was probably more 32 actually, and the crowd was pushing me along to the right. So again, just little things where you're not in control. So that's what makes me perturbate about going places where there's lots of things. But it's not real. It's just this stuff that comes up in my mind. It's just this imaginary stuff of taking a meaning of some other thing that's similar and attaching it to that. It's false evidence appearing real. So what I want to know, what false evidence appearing real occurs in your life? What is it that pops up? Hi, Jeff. What pops up in your life that says, this isn't real? I just am being anxious about something that's not quite right. There's so many things that can pop up into our lives because we've assigned a meaning to them. And that's one of the things that I can work with you. With hypnotherapy, we can actually go back. We can travel back to all of those experiences where you've put the memories there and see what's going on and clear them out. Now, when I stop and remember when I was young, did I get lost and away from my parents? No, I didn't. Remember my experience in my 30s. Did we end up moving left? Yes, we did. So once I can actually see hi Tracy, what the anxieties are, I can then put the reality and go, oh, that's the reality. None of that stuff happened. It doesn't stop me going to the MCG to watch great cricket matches and football matches. It just leaves this low-grade stuff. And I stop and go, oh, that's what it's tied to. It's false evidence and it's appearing real to me. Get rid of it. So, what in your life is causing you fear? What is making you anxious? What is making you perturbate? What is it that's doing that for you? Is it something major? Or is it some small little thing that tracks back when you're a child? But when you stop and think of fear as a form of anxiety, it's amazing how much easier it is to start seeing where it comes from. So tonight, if you're going to leave a message for me, I'd love you to leave messages about what you do when that little bit of fear comes up in you. Because remember, anxiety is future focused. And you just have to look back at those events and think, what learning did I get out of those events in the past? Well, my learnings were hold on to my mum as a kid, and my learnings were as an adult, you've actually got to make sure you can move yourself in that position. Great learnings. So if I'm with someone else, hold on to their hands so we know we're not going to get separated, and set a line, no different than crossing the road when you're in Asia. Set a line and walk carefully, steadily and directly to where you want to go. So you see, by just sitting down here with you, I've actually cleared that little low-grade anxiety I was having, because I had been having it all day and I thought, I've got to do this. So I've been able to talk it out. just by talking here with you. And that's another thing that I can do with you using the NLP techniques, to actually look at what might be going on and analyse the language and the things that are going on with it. So everybody, please leave your messages in my messages bit down here and tell me what things are making you anxious, what things are becoming false evidence and appearing real. Because fear isn't real. That's the exciting thing. And I want to end it on a joke tonight. I saw this joke today and it said, what's the one thing that flat earthers fear? Now it's a more of a visual joke, so I'm going to have to explain it to you. And it says, it's sphere. Okay, S-P-H-E-R. As in a round circle. Flat earthers, yeah, okay. Maybe it isn't a tongue joke. Maybe it actually is a visual one and you need to see the words. Anyhow, guys, leave me some messages about what fear is for you and how to remember that it's not real. There's nothing actually to be frightened of. It's false. It's false evidence appearing real. Okay? Have a great day. Tomorrow's going to be awesome because we're off to see Queen and Adam Lambert. And I saw Queen last time they were here at Festival Hall with good old Freddie, 1975. Just a 2-year-old. Bye.